Let me see. I got other people talking here. 13 people watching. I know you said before in the DMV area, that's DC, Maryland, Virginia area, there are some hiring and teaching on the job type roles. Thanks a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of, it's the mecca of risk management framework type jobs. I mean, most of the jobs that I've seen, I might even say most cybersecurity jobs in the US are probably in that area. Because if you think about it, you've got all the three letters are there. So NSA, that's all your cryptographers right there. Your cryptography, they're super big into that. They hire the most mathematicians, if I'm not mistaken. So cryptography is big there. Hacking is super big there. Hackers, hacking, like all that kind of stuff is there. And I'm sure they have some ISOs over there too. So you got FBI, that's forensics mecca right there. There's tons of forensics jobs for FBI because they're doing all these investigations across the United States. Who else? You got CIA, that's counterintelligence, cybersecurity, cyber threat intelligence, cyber threat, counterintelligence, stuff like that. You got the DoD, which has everything, because it's got 4 branches of the United States services, 5 now, I think, right? Because Space Force, 4 or 5, I don't know, whatever. You got Department of Homeland Security there. And their headquarters, this is their Quantico, you got their actual headquarters there. So, you know, that's why they have the most information system security officers, because it's not just government jobs. A lot of these guys, they hire contractors. So you've got all these different contracting companies who work for these 3-letter agencies. And not to mention all the other ones like Agriculture, Department of Agriculture, Department DEA, like there's so many jobs there. It's just flooded. And so yeah, it's just if you're trying to look for a job, if you're there and you have any kind of IT experience, like I'd be super surprised if you're not making 6 figures already. I mean, I would be surprised if you're not close at least to it. You're doing something wrong with your resume, I would say, if that's the case. Okay, all right, let me see. I'm gonna keep reading here. Other things. I'm in the DMV area, and I do hope to get one of those, learn in the job roles. What kind of role are you in right now, if you don't mind me asking? What kind of position are you in? I'm just curious. The CAP is a good certification for CIS, especially if you're doing information system security officer work. It's a very good, solid certification for getting your foot in the door. And they're really looking for experience, to be honest with you. But you know, if you can get the certification, it's definitely good. But once you get your feet wet, like if you have a little experience in there, like in the role in an organization, says that I'm a complete beginner. If you've had a role, even as a help desk person, it's one step in the right direction. Ultimately, with cybersecurity, they're really looking for experience. And I know that's like, it's chicken and the egg. Like, how can I get the job if I don't have experience? How can I get experience if you don't give me the job? Like, which came first, the chicken or the egg kind of thing? But what you want to do is, especially if you're a very early beginner, is just get your foot in the door, become a help desk person, become customer support, do tier 1 type stuff, get in there, and then you can start building from there. Actually, I do real estate right now, wholesale real estate, and I only know about the CAP through my dad and his connections in the area. Real estate, wow, I've been getting into that lately. That's one of the reasons I haven't been doing as many videos. I'm doing real estate stuff. Fun, but it's just a lot. It's a whole different animal, man. Now, I'm not a real estate broker or anything, but buying real estate and working with banks and all that kind of fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, holy crap, man. It's a great field to get into. Cybersecurity is a great field. It's been, since I've been involved in it, it's done nothing but grow. And I've been really blessed to have chosen this path. My career was not affected because I've been doing this during this whole COVID-19 thing. And it's been going really well for me. And that's why, so many more people are getting into it now. And you can clearly see how much more important it is the more that we as a society depend more and more on data, the more important cybersecurity is. So clearly it's gotten so much more traction, and it's gotten so much more important. In any organization, in any government that doesn't take it serious is getting owned, because now state-sponsored hackers and criminal organizations are just wreaking havoc on any kind of weakness, any weakness they can find. And the big one right now is really phishing attacks, ransomware and phishing attacks. It's unfortunate, but if you don't educate your teams, if you don't educate your employees, your contractors and your suppliers, your vendors, they're not taking it serious. They're just going to get owned, man. And then that could mean that you're going to get owned, because your partners, your employees, your vendors, your suppliers, they're not taking it serious. So that just leaves a crack in the door for these criminal hackers to actually come in. And they're well funded now. They're funded by, in some cases, this is not conspiracy theory, guys. This is real. Like, they're being funded by, especially if they're in the same interest as the governments, they're being funded by governments. So it's just unfortunate. Let me see. Got a couple of the guys here. I'm 22, so I'm not much experience in it. Yeah, you'll get there, man. That's really good. 2 years of real estate experience. Wow, that's awesome, man. More than I got.